You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, it looks like Angel Reese. Well, it looks like she's just been caught in what could certainly be taken as in a lie. All right, all these things that she says she has dealt with over the last year, all these encounters of racism. Remember the guy that I guess, was out there waiting for him supposedly, and when the team was coming out, and of course we saw footage of that, and there was nothing malicious to it whatsoever that anybody could see. And then, of course, the Indiana Fever fans were yelling racist things or making racist noises out around the court. WNBA did an investigation, found nothing. I mean, all these different things Angel Reese has been involved with. By the way, woe is me, because her teammate tries to talk about all the heat Angel gets. And I'm like, you do realize other sports stars and celebrities take heat every single day. Ask LeBron James. Every single day. Angel Reese is not excluded from that. Okay, I know all you WNBA players want to be excluded from any kind of criticism or trying to hold people responsible. Any of that kind of stuff, I get it. We haven't had that in this league, and we don't want it. Well, that's too bad. Because now there's a lot of other people watching this league, and they're going to criticize these people just like they do all other sporting organizations, people, celebrities, you name it. And Angel Reese is a person that, let's be honest, acts more like a celebrity than anything else, in my opinion. By the way, she had a good game last night. I checked. She did. I checked. I've got the. Let me just go back and we'll take a quick look. But yeah, she had a good game. They got destroyed, but she had one of the most efficient performances that she's had. 8 of 13, 17 points, 11 boards. Yeah, that's one of her better efforts. Outkick caught this. 3-time BET Sports Woman of the Year, Angel Reese, says she doesn't pay attention to what folks say about her online because no one has ever said a negative word about her in person. Uh-oh. So what have you been talking about for the last 17 or 18 months? Uh-oh. I hope she realizes she just admitted this and did so on camera with audio. Yeah, nobody's ever going to let her let this down now. Let's just go down here and listen to this.
For you, Angel, tonight you were extremely efficient and played with a lot of poise and confidence tonight. For for all the scrutiny you do receive online and stuff of that nature, what kind of messages a game like this send to them, as well as just the kind of momentum that this can build for you throughout the season?
Yeah, obviously don't worry about what's going on online. I get so much love in person. I haven't ever had a negative encounter in person ever. And I've been going through this for 3 years. I've never had an encounter in person that was negative. So people online are behind a keyboard for a reason, and I don't worry about that stuff. I trust my work. My teammates trust me. And I was telling Miller today, like, she felt like she was having a rough day, and I was like, how many times have I had a rough day? And you picked me up. So don't get down on yourself. I know my teammates have my back, my coaches have my back, and that's all that really matters. I don't have to prove anything to anybody but myself and my teammates.
Second row on the left.
Angel, I know tonight was not as you expected.
Can I say something? This is
That's wild. Quote, I get so much love in person. I've never had a negative counter in person ever. What did the league just go through 3 weeks ago over what was supposed to have been this race hoax? It turned out to be a race hoax, but this big situation in which the Indiana Fever fans were hollering racist remarks and making racist noises, and the league 10 days this went on. This fiasco went on. And Angel Reese just admitted to the world she's never encountered a single negative person at all. I mean, what in the world is happening here? So Outkick would go on and say, hold up, let's rewind. Last June, Angel Reese claimed that a white Caitlin Clark fan blocked her and her teammates from entering a team hotel while calling her, quote, a ghetto bitch. Last month, Reese said she had a rough week because she heard a Fever fan shout racial slurs while she shot free throws. Now she says no one has ever said a mean word to her in person. The WNBA investigated both Reese's accusations and found nothing. In fact, well, I've called her the Bubba Smollett or the, Jussie Reese, Jussie Smollett, Bubba Wallace. I mean, she's right there now. She's in that company with false race hoaxes. The WNBA investigated both Angel Reese's accusations and found nothing. In fact, a subsequent video of the first incident shows a man in question simply asking Reese and her teammates if they, quote, had a chance to apologize to Clark for hard fouling her. So our readers already knew Reese wasn't an honest broker. However, to see her seemingly forget about the race hoaxes by which she swore is quite a twist. Of course, not a single member of the dutiful WNBA press corps bothered to ask Reese about her contradiction. Of course they won't. That's one of the reasons why Outkick is banned from these events. Because the next logical question would have been, well, wait a minute. What about this incident you claim happened, this incident you claim happened, and you just come out and squashed all of it? In fact, you just admitted you lied. That's what just happened right in front of us. It appears that she just came right out and said, I've never had a negative encounter in person, period. Well, what in the world was the league investigating exactly? I mean, what was all of that about? What about the guy outside he asked you one question. Again, we watched the video. There was nothing malicious there. It's unbelievable. Now, I haven't watched this whole video. I don't know if somebody mentions, maybe her teammate calls her a kid, Angel Reese a kid. She's 23 years old. She's grown. She's an adult. Okay, so I don't know what that's about either. Again, it's kind of wild. It's like this whole league is supposed to be put in a bubble, and nobody's allowed to criticize, call anybody out, none of that. They're doing it with, people are being critical right now of Stephanie White, and nobody's really calling for Stephanie White to be fired, but people are being critical of her coaching, and people think that's out of bounds. And I'm like, have you ever watched the NFL and the coverage of it, or the NBA and the coverage of it, or the MLB and the coverage of it? It's a daily scrutinized, continuous. The Dallas Cowboys get continuously crucified every day. I'm not a Cowboys fan, but that's just a fact. Wow. She just went on camera. I'm not sure. She didn't realize what she had just did right there. She did not realize it. You heard it. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.